All right, Jessica, we'll get you going right away.
All right. Well, I know I sent you the draft a little bit ahead of time. Because we're moving into that fun part where we're just making sure everything looks like what you guys want and that it's covering everything in terms of your goals, objectives you want in there, the action plan, which I did update from the last time I was here and we talked about it a little bit to include the camping, the campground, and then also like the ball field updates.
Okay.
So really, we're kind of in the end game of putting the plan together. So I'll kind of let you guys tell me if you have had a chance to look at it, if you have any like comments or changes you wanted to see made, if you think you need some more time to look at it, and then we can dig into it more, next month instead. But that's kind of the kind of big part where we're at now is more this collaborative part,
Okay.
where you guys just sort of let me know if everything you need covered in there is covered.
I looked over it the last couple of days. Good. The only thing is, it's been very woeful that extinct, or endangered species. Not yet anyways. So we'd be able to, once we get this done, we'll be able to apply next April.
Yep, in April. Yep. The submitting plan cycle goes until February, essentially.
Yeah.
And then there's like a month period where if there's any changes that you need, the DNR folks will let you know, like, if we're missing some kind of documentation. We shouldn't be, but that's sort of the window where they let you know if there's any changes they need. And then the grant opens up and the applications for that go through April.
Then you don't get that till the following year or that year?
It depends. So they have kind of 2 rounds of grants. They do their first ones, which it's very rare for a UP community to get the first round for the year, because those are more designed for large communities. Like I think like 25,000 and above is like one of their, like they have like a rubric, right? And like it's things like that, percentage minority, things the UP in general doesn't check. Like even Marquette doesn't check the boxes for it, sort of a thing. Not impossible, because there's other things on that rubric, but it's pretty unlikely. So then they do another round of funding where they review the same applications. You don't have to do anything again. And then they give, more awards later in the year. So that's usually like, don't quote me on the exact time of the month because it could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like usually around October. And that's when, they do their second round, which tends to be when UP communities hit. And then, so yeah, usually the funding will hit sometime between October and the beginning of the next year.
Okay.
But I think the one in April is for the trust fund grants.
Yep.
I do believe that.
Yep, the trust fund, the recreation passport, the big ones that you'll want to apply for have a deadline around April.
Yep.
And you can start working on them. Like, we can have discussions about what needs to go in them. You can start working on them at any point, but you can't technically submit anything for them until you have an accepted recreation plan.
Yeah.
So, you can kind of be working on them in tandem, and we can go over, and like if you guys have questions on like certain projects, you can always email me and I can give you an idea of, anything you can start getting the ball rolling on preemptively.
Anybody else have anything? Have you guys look it over this week?
I did.
It looks really good to me.
Yes.
So is that just DNR grants, or can
Yeah.
But
we
you
apply for any other grants?
Yeah, so the reason this rec plan is as long as it is because I want you guys to be able to use anything out of the narrative, whether that's the community feedback, whether that's like the basis for action, which can be turned into a narrative for a grant. It enables you to apply for DNR grants, so that's the biggest thing. But if there's other grants, this will allow you guys to kind of basically copy and paste anything you want out of this into other grants too. Like other communities have been able to kind of utilize it for, you know, if you need to enter demographic information or, you know, justification or, you know, other kinds of narratives you might need for other grants. So you can certainly utilize it for other funding as well.
Okay, we could go for that right now, we could, instead of waiting till.
Oh, like other grants?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, if there's other grants that you're aware of that you wanna go after,
To do the DNR ones, you have to have a recreation
yeah.
plan, or you can't apply for a DNR grant.
Yeah, but once you have this in, the DNR, this plan will be considered like a up-to-date plan for the next 5 years. So you can apply for a DNR grant, like, you know, 2026, all the way through 2031, if I'm doing math correctly. So you'll have 5 years of not having to do this again and being able to apply for grants
Okay.
for their yearly cycle.
Sounds good.
And, you know, if there's any other projects that come up in that 5 years, like the update process for this is a lot less time consuming. You know, you can just kind of amend it, you know, add whatever justifications you want in, but, you know, it's a pretty quick process if there's something that isn't captured. But I tried to be exhaustive in projects, like, there's probably a lot more than you guys realistically want to try to do over the next 5 years. But that way, you know, one of the things the DNR will ask when you're filling out the grant is like, where do you talk about this in your plan?
Yeah.
Prove to me you thought about this in Plan A. And so I wanted to put as much in there as possible so that you guys have plenty of justifications you can point towards over the next 5 years.
So now we gotta have public meetings on this?
Yeah, once you guys are sure we're happy with it and you don't have any changes you want to do, the next phase is the public review period. So we will, similar to when we did the survey where we had to put notice in the paper, this has to go in the paper of record. This, you know, you have to post it where they can find the plan, things like that. And you'll want to, the DNR requires it posted in at least 2 locations. One in a paper and one that is just considered accessible and reasonable. So that might be on your website, and it can be multiple things. It could be a flyer here at the hall. QPAD could put it on like Facebook like we did for the survey. You know, we can discuss how you want to get that out there. And you'll basically, and I can send you an example of what needs to be included in the public review notice. I recommend timing it out so that you have the public hearing like a day or 2 after it, just so that the whole thing kind of works together and you don't have to go through the noticing process multiple times. So you can notice together. You know, we'll be accepting, you know, comments on the plan through this date. Then there will be a public hearing held on this date. You know, we can have that like right before the town board meeting. So once you have the public hearing, you know, we'll close that out, and then you'll be able to, as a board, vote to adopt the plan. So those are kind of the next steps once we get the plan to where we want it to be. And then it's just uploading all of it and then the post-completion checklist to the DNR. But we literally have until February to do that.
Right.
So all of the other grant information we need to pull together and all of that, we have lots of time. So yeah, that's kind of what we have left.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all your hard work up to this
Yep.
point.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Good, I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure we got you a good plan. Yeah, do we want to like revisit next month and just see if there's anything, you know, like give you guys a chance to sleep on it in case over the next month you want to send me any other changes, or do you want me to just move forward with sending you information on
I would just-
the hearing and stuff?
Yeah, let's roll.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will plan on then, Chad, sending you like kind of like just a bulleted list of everything we'll need to make sure to cover in the hearing, and I'll send you, or the notice,
Okay,
and I'll send you some examples of like the joint hearing and public review period. And then what we need to document for that. So the
Okay.
DNR will require like meeting minutes for the hearing and for the adoption. But then they're also gonna require like, if you post it at the hall,
copies of
someone
the
will have to,
postings.
yeah, but it'll have to be like a picture, and then like someone will have to sign and basically certify that it was up at that date.
Okay,
Because for things like the public hearing, we have to prove that you've had it posted at least 2 weeks before.
okay,
So the DNR will require a township official to certify that they had it up by that date. But I'll send you an example too of another
Okay.
community that did that, so what that would need to look like and what that'll need to include, so. I'll send you a really obnoxious, packed full email
Okay.
in the next week or so, so you know exactly what we're doing. So yeah, we'll get moving on putting a bow on it.
all right, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Awesome,
Thank you again.
Thank you. Thanks.
absolutely, and there's a storm rolling into Nagani later, so I might take off.
Okay.
If that's okay, unless you guys have anything else you want me to
No,
stick around
that's
for.
all right.
I feel bad that I just came in, sat down. But all right. We will be in touch and get this going, guys.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Thanks again.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bills, minutes, and treasurer's report. Now for the Stenberg bill, we've got to put in for the hand sinks, right?
Hand sinks, yeah.
the reimbursement for that.
I'll get a little Mike Slater tomorrow.
I believe I've got the
Oh, you got
letter in
the
there.
letter already? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do that. I have a motion to approve the bills, minutes, and treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion.
Oh,
Motion by Brett, second by Mark, all in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried. Maxine?
We're coming close on the audit to be done. I talked to Nick and Laura with the state, and then Peter and Heather with Manor Costeria. And right now, they're expecting it to be all done by the end of July, which would be, what, next Thursday? So right now, they're working on 21 through 24, and it should, all of it should be completed
By the end of next week,
by the end of next week.
and then it goes to the state, right?
Then it'll go
Yeah.
to the state,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So, and then this morning, Peter sent me a couple pages of invoices to pull. So I'll get working on those. So yeah, otherwise they feel that they don't have any issues right now. Didn't find anything funky, so it's going good.
Good.
So right now, the payments we've sent to Manor and got reimbursed by the state for 90% are totaling $18,003.20. So it's a little bit less than what you guys were expecting. So we need to start looking for a new audit,
A new accountant?
You
a
go,
new accountant to do the new audit
Okay.
firm, so we can get then the 25 started when they get done here.
Okay.
Carol might have a person, and then we'll look around for a CPA who's done city stuff. Other than that, yep, so then after those get done, I gotta figure out what a Form F-65 is. So I guess we need to file that. Did you ever hear one of them?
Yeah, 'cause
Okay,
that goes with the yearly audits,
right.
yeah.
So yeah, so according to this focus book, it says we need to do one, so I'll be figuring that out. Other than that, I got that, tax payments. Oh, yep, this comes up with the tax payments.
Okay.
So tax payments are been mailed, the tax bills have been mailed, and payments are starting to come in pretty regularly. So far, we've, received payments on 181 of them out of the 1,126 bills that were sent. We've gotten back 13 with bad addresses. So I'm looking into those to see what's up with the addresses, if there's a house that got sold or somebody new, it's all over, so. Looking into those, getting them to get remailed out. So then, the BSNA has a tax program that we put in there for accepting payments. They have a scanner that I mentioned last month.
yeah,
So there's the quote right there, $275 for the scanner. And that would, instead of having to type in the parcel number and my name all the time,
Yeah.
then I just have to scan the barcode, and I had went ahead and had barcodes put on already. I'd have to just scan the barcode and it would bring up the box. All I'd have to do is double check the name and put in the check date, check number, and hit submit. It would save a whole bunch of time.
I'll make a motion to purchase a scanner.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
And
Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you. Other than that, that's it. Keeping busy.
Okay. Well, thank you for everything that you're doing as always.
Thank you.
Good deal. Hopefully by next Friday, we're in done. We're to the new year.
Yeah. Yeah. At long last.
Busy 6 months.
Okay, next. One of our favorite subjects to cover. Our delinquent sewer customer. Yeah. I would like the board's permission to talk to Steve Tinty about taking this to court and taking it all the way.
Good.
Is it gonna cost us more than we're gonna get back out of it? Yes.
Question, what is it, the guy up here again, not paying?
Nope.
Stroking.
Out of the effort that Willie put in, going to all of that humbug of delivering the bill by hand, it got us $100. We haven't seen him since,
He's been stroking the township for years.
so. We gotta do what we gotta do.
And that should come out of the sewer money, not
Yeah,
the general fund or not.
yeah.
I agree, because it's never gonna get paid.
Yeah. So I'd like to go talk to Steve and go and see what we're looking at for what the cost of this would be before we pull the trigger on it. But I want the board's permission before I go do that and have that conversation.
what kind of law is there to make them pay though? What can you do?
Well, by not paying, they're in violation of the sewer ordinance.
Yeah.
But you have no way to cut off the sewer, so, I mean, if he's
Well,
getting,
no, it's a financial claim, is what it is.
Yeah.
but if he's getting like government, say social security, they won't.
Well, yeah, they can't garnish.
Right. So,
And like I said, I gotta have the conversation with Steve
Yeah.
to see how this would go. What I'm thinking, actually, I don't even want to speculate very much, but I would think a lien on the property is what it would come to.
Yeah.
okay.
But I don't know that for sure.
I would see what the lawyer says and
Yeah.
go from there.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just saying,
Yeah.
you can't take it out of his pay.
No,
so how are
no,
you
that,
gonna
I
get
don't,
your money back?
yeah, I don't think that would be an option, but there's,
Yeah, because he gets pension, so you can't.
yeah, so we,
What would it cost to put a shut off? Can you put a shut off?
It would have to be on their property, so you would have to go through law.
yeah, we,
Or you couldn't put it on
We-
the right of way of the road?
Nope. Technically, they own the right of way. I mean, even though it's the counties, they pay taxes on that right of way.
Not in not in the town.
Yeah.
The lots are inside the right of ways.
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
town.
in the town plot, yeah, Bob's right,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, there you could, cause you wouldn't have to peel up the sidewalk or
you
nothing.
know,
But that's
Yeah.
not gonna be cheap either.
gotta talk,
Laws are set up in favor of the guilty.
but,
But I would talk to him first. I make a motion that you go, somebody do it or no?
yeah. No, you did, you just did. Motion by Mark,
I'll second.
second by Linda. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay. Now the well.
I left him two
Yeah,
messages.
Mark's called and left a couple messages.
Right after Miss Dig was there.
Yeah,
And I never
yeah,
heard
we had
nothing
this
back.
dig come out and mark it all out. And
Yeah, I haven't even seen him in a while either.
I have a call into him as recently as this afternoon. So there's nothing to report on that right now, other than we're chasing him. Trying to get him back here. So, with that, we'll move on to, Barb and Marilyn. You guys wanna present a little bit on this before we vote on it, and tell
I can give,
everybody the good news that if they haven't heard it already?
hopefully they did. I can give just a brief introduction. I wasn't a main person that wrote this grant at all. They're sitting next to me, Barb and Jane, and I can take credit for it. But we found this grant for, it's the Michigan 250, celebrating the, 250 years of America with Michigan. So we decided that we were gonna go for the biggest grant possible. And lo and behold, we were granted the $50,000 to paint the museum. So we are super, super, super excited about that. I mean, we were just like on pins and needles, and when we got the news, like, we're ecstatic. So with that, I will turn it over to Barb and Jane, because they're the meat and potatoes of this grant. I am not.
So we have to pass a resolution now, which I gave you to look over, and we have a committee that is formed, and we also will then invite the public to join us. We'll probably have quarterly meetings and such, but what I guess we need from the board is, we need you to witness our contract. So maybe at the end of the meeting, we could have a couple of the members of the board sign off as witnesses on our contract and also for the resolution. And then we'll set dates for meetings, which they'll have to be quarterly. Although, being that it's July, the company we have that is painting the museum actually starts in August. They are going to start painting in August. But we have to continue with the committee through Independence Day next year. But I kind of would like to propose that whatever committee that, you know, we have started and add to, and the public adding to, I would like to go forward with that, past next year, and keep that same committee going until we have the 150th year anniversary of Hermansville.
That's a
That's a
fantastic idea.
That's the following year, right?
It's
2 years.
2 years.
2 years, okay.
Yeah, so it would be kind of like a 3-year committee,
Yeah.
but we would do things, you know, in those 3 years through our celebration in 28. So we'll have to determine like when we wanna meet, and I was almost thinking maybe it would be smart to meet after a township meeting. You know, I don't know how late people like to stay and such, but we can set other dates if need be. But basically, we just wanted to present it to you and see if you're all right in signing off on us, and I can send in the contract tomorrow. And then the painter will get busy with that part of it, and we'll have other parts that'll continue after that. So, I don't know, anything you wanna add, or anything you wanna add?
No, we're just so happy.
Yeah, we're thrilled.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's big
And that-
stuff. And the
that-
museum needed it too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It is also through the DNR, that grant. They are the department that is the head of it,
Okay.
and they're in conjunction with America 250 MI.
Which is the historical part,
Yep,
yeah.
and
And this was the first round of the grants being presented, and we were presented a grant in the first round. So that was like another big thrill for us, because we were like, oh, if we don't get it, you know, we can apply again in November, and so just a lot of, oh, thank you.
yes.
Great.
Was it enough to cover the paint job?
No. No, but it's a
Most of
matching
it.
grant. So we have to match with 15%, which brings us just $2,000 short of covering it. So we are open to donations, and we'll continue, you know, putting that out there that we are still in need of donations. And nonetheless, it's getting done, so.
Cool.
It was a $50,000 grant.
Awesome.
All right, well, we need to pass this resolution for them. You want to read, or should I read this time?
Oh, you just go ahead.
Okay. A resolution relating to the formation of a local America 250 Michigan Committee. A resolution of the Township of Meyer, located within the state of Michigan, supporting the Michigan Committee for the United States Semi-Quincentennial. Whereas the Michigan Governor appointed the Historical Society of Michigan and the Michigan History Center to create and lead America 250 Michigan in 2020 to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the United States and Michigan's integral role in that event and the role of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. Whereas America 250 Michigan hopes to engage all Michiganders in all 83 counties through their many signatures and officially recognized programs, projects, and events over the next several years by inspiring future leaders and celebrating all Michiganders' contributions to the nation over the last 250 years. And whereas Meyer Township will form a local America 250 Michigan committee, whereas the local committee will plan and coordinate programs occurring within the locality and communicate regularly with America 250 Michigan and submit relevant and applicable events through the America 250 Michigan website. And whereas the local committee will agree to follow the branding and planning guidelines set forth by America 250 Michigan and the America 250 Foundation where applicable. Whereas the Board of Supervisors wishes to undertake this endeavor with America 250 Michigan to promote and commemorate this important historic milestone. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Supervisors of the Township of Meyer The Board of Supervisors hereby desires to support the Michigan Committee for the United States Semiquincentennial and their efforts to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Meyer Township will form a committee to aid in the planning for the commemoration period, made up of a diverse group of people to work with America 250 Michigan within their prospective town, city, township, county, organization, or other institution or group. Be it further resolved that the local committee must appoint a representative to liaise with the state committee. This representative will attend all local committee meetings and report to the state committee on a quarterly basis. Adopted this 24th day of July, 2025. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Linda, second by Brent.
Need a roll call on that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
aye.
Yes.
Yes.
Roll call vote of 5-0. I declare the resolution adopted.
Thank you.
Barb, you're gonna be the chairperson of the committee?
I am.
All right, next I'm gonna add our fire chief to the agenda. Pat, do you have a fire chief's report?
Fire chief. Did you pay that bill?
Not yet, I didn't know, because I left it on the thing, I was just waiting for it, because it was such a big bill. I had to check with everybody before I could pay that. It's on his desk.
Okay, good. See, I need that check so I can go get that motor. That's for that pump. For the fire pump.
Pump for,
That's for that diesel engine. They went through, Interstate went through it. It's all ready to go, so,
That's for the new pump?
yep. That's gonna be the small price for that pump. I didn't get the quote yet from Coleman Engineering yet, so, once I, get that, unless you got something, did you get anything from Coleman? I haven't heard anything from him.
well, Scotty, he'd probably go to you.
Not that I've seen.
Huh?
He'd probably go to you first, Scotty.
I haven't heard anything from him yet, so it's been over a month, so. But he had to do some checking with the right of way or the railroad over there, by the dam. He wasn't quite sure what the right of way was there, so we can put the pump there or not. So, said they're very difficult to work with, CNN, so.
Yeah,
So we'd like to get that, I would like to get that thing up and running this year yet, but things are moving slow. But to be expected, right? We've got an aging pump system down there right now that, was put in, I believe, the late 40s probably. We were just, Alan Whitens and I were just down there last Saturday for I don't know how many hours redoing that electric pump. We had to rebuild the packing on the pump. It took us a long time. Put a lot of time and effort into that system, and it's just old. It's falling apart, right?
it's barely hanging on.
And yeah, she's
Yeah.
just by a thread, I mean, 25, 30, probably 30 years ago, we replaced all the pipes, all the check valves right to the river, right from the building. We did that all on our own. That was all volunteer work that was done. The check valve box down in the ground, that was built. The one in the river was built by us. We did it all. So it's just, this system here, once we get this up and going, and it's gonna be pretty much maintenance free because it's a submersible pump. You just basically, this motor's brand new virtually. It doesn't have any hours on it. So once we get this system up and running, it would be nice to build off of that. Once you got an existing system, it's easier to get grants. So we could build off of that and put hydrant system off of it, go down hydrant system down in front of the museum, all the way to my plan would be all the way down to the Legion and cross the tracks and then come into town with it, with the hydrant system. And it's gonna, your insurance rate's gonna go down in Meyer Township, so. We're at a 9, 10's the highest, but we can't go any lower because we don't have hydrants.
Yeah.
So So, it's just, I'd like to get the system in as soon as possible. I'd like to have it in by this year, but we'll see how things work, what the cost of everything's
Do
gonna
you
be.
mind if I give Scotty a call tomorrow? See
I
where
don't
he is?
care, give him,
And then I'll
yeah,
get back,
Yeah.
I'll give him a call.
yeah.
I gotta
Um,
talk to him anyway, so.
But, yeah, it'd be nice to get the system in, at least we got something that's gonna work, we're not worried about, pipes freezing, pipes cracking, or it built the pipes inside the building, they all busted off on the gas pump last year, so. Or this past winter, so I had to redo all that. It's just never ending, it's an old system.
It served its purpose.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Many
it's
years.
just, it's just, but if we get this system in, it's gonna be nice. Nobody's gotta go start anything, all you gotta do is open a valve. So. But that's where we're at. And then, where are we at on with the audit now? Are we able to get a bond yet of any sort, or?
Probably after next week.
Yeah,
Cause,
make it done.
'cause if it gets done, like,
Well, when the state gets done.
oh yeah, that's right, it's gonna go to the state yet too. That should take that long, no, it wouldn't take
I
the
would
state.
think they would take that long. Then we have to get last year done.
Because we gotta get going on something for a building. We have to put up a building, we just don't have the room, and that just,
Yeah.
we had damage to one of our trucks because of it. Because we're crammed in there so bad. It's terrible, we have to do something. So I have all the prints for the building and everything, we just need to sit down and talk here and, get something worked up. And, soon. So when can we do it?
What months do you wanna talk? You wanna be on the agenda next month?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, you're talking about doing millage, right?
Yep.
Well, that don't have nothing to do with the audit. I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, yeah, because we can't have a bond without that being cleared.
That's right.
I don't think it'll take that long with the state though.
I wouldn't think so either.
Let's talk about it in October. Let's see what happens. How quick this goes. That sound good?
But if he wants it on,
Well, I mean,
It's too late to put it on in November, isn't it?
no, you have to.
well, we don't have an election this year anyway.
Well, no, but you could have a election.
Could have a special election.
Well, the school's having one, just so you know, because I was at the meeting last night.
What's that?
I never heard anything from that.
Not yet, you didn't, but you probably will be. That's what they were saying, that I was gonna talk about that on board of comment, but. Cause to do what they wanna do, they still need it roughly another 11 or 12 million dollars.
Oh,
After the 15 they already got?
Yeah, 15 million ain't gonna build those
That's
schools.
not gonna go.
Yeah, but why are they building a school? Why don't,
I thought they were supposed to look at both schools and see if
They did,
and
it ain't this one,
Of course.
all I can say.
We knew
well, we
that.
knew that at the
Before
beginning,
they
they started that.
Right.
I mean, it's not, nothing's been voted on or anything, but
so do they plan on putting one on in November or what? That's,
well, from the way it sounded, because they have to pay them. They're gonna have to pay Meyer Township,
Yeah.
right, correct.
all the, all the districts, they gotta pay
If we get something by November, we could split the bill.
to run the election. Talk with Kelly, Pat,
For the building. What?
talk with Kelly, because he'll know for sure. I know they were talking about they have it in by, was it August 18th or something like that? I think to
I
get
don't know, 'cause I
on,
just
Yeah,
got
there's an
everything, yeah, that's
deadline.
what, Mark had sent some stuff out, but we
Yeah.
weren't included because we don't.
right, because he probably don't know about it either, I'm sure.
No, not if they just did that last night.
They were just talking about doing it.
there's a pretty tight timeline on that. If they're gonna do something in November, they're gonna have to do it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Alright, well. I guess we'll see what happens with that. And then if you wanna take the shot at piggybacking off of that, if that's what they do,
Yeah,
well then
Ask
we'll have
Kelly,
to,
Kelly will know for sure
Yeah.
what they're gonna do.
we'll have to see. Could you talk to, Mark Kleiman and see if he's heard anything about any of this?
Yeah, I can email him after.
Okay. Yeah, cause then we might have to throw something together on the fly before the
Yep.
next meeting if that's the case, but
Yep.
we will if that's what you wanna do.
Yep.
Alright? Okay, and then did you guys want, are you guys looking for a board vote for that bill he needs paid, or what?
Well, I just figured with the amount of it
Yeah.
and stuff, I didn't know if they should come and tell us what they're before, at that amount. I was just
Yeah.
shocked at that amount where I was like, oh boy, I don't know if I can pay this without everybody knowing how much that bill was, you know? So I mean, yeah, I can pay it right after the meeting.
No, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's to be expected for something like that. I mean, look at, I think that last bill we got from truck one that went down where the transmission went out, the computer on the tranny went out on it, and it was like, I don't know, I think that was around $7,000 bill. So, you know.
Nothing's cheap anymore, I don't care
Oh,
what.
anytime you attach fire to it,
Yeah.
fire department, the price goes out the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, up in smoke, pretty much. Yeah.
Alright. Alright, well, thank you, Pat. Is there anything else going on? Other than number one getting dinged up the other day?
Yep, this number one
Yeah.
dinged up, we got it. I did contact, Daniel with it, so, we're working on sending him some pictures and stuff like that, so. And we'll go from there.
Okay. Alright, Mark, weeds.
Oh, they sprayed on the 8th, 24 acres, and they sprayed on Monday, was what, 21st, 20th? Another 24 acres. I talked to Todd Paquette, who was out there on his boat all the time. There's no more weeds in his prop. About 4 feet down, there's nothing. And in some spots, you can see 8 feet down on his fish, what the hell is it called?
Fish finder.
Fish finder. So he gave me the thumbs up, so, but I know the last week I've seen a lot more people out there in kayaks because you can actually row,
Yeah.
so.
A week after he sprayed, you could see right where the line was, where he didn't spray, where he killed all the weeds off. It was crazy how good that stuff works.
Yeah. So that first bill, Linda, you can pay that one now, the first one I
Oh,
sent
yeah.
you. But I need to know how much is in there right now.
$19,026.
That bill was what, 15?
Buried.
Now, does any come off the summer taxes for that, or just?
No,
Just the winter,
I
right?
just, we got the, Menominee settlement in, so I just put in, I think it was like 1,100 in there, so we were up over 20,000.
So what I might have to do, cause it's like 28 grand. Total is what it's gonna be. I told Chad I would ask to borrow from the EDC, so we don't have to take it out of, our general fund. And as soon as we get it, I'm gonna have to ask the EDC board first, but then we can just give it back to them.
So you got one bill now,
Yeah, but I told Linda to hold on to it, so I made sure it was working before. Yeah, I sent it to her, it was 15.
But then there's a second bill coming
Yeah,
for
for
the
the other-
same,
I don't know if it's gonna be the same price, it might be a little less.
13.
He hasn't sent it to me yet, but I'm sure by next week I will have it. No, I haven't got nothing from him yet.
$15,075.10.
Okay, and that was July 8th. Treatment.
Yeah.
But it, I mean, it knocked it right down to nothing.
Yeah, it looks clear. I drove up to the
I mean, it's
range and
not
it looked
cheap,
nice.
obviously, but what else can we do with it?
Now we just gotta get rid of them 50 geese.
Yeah,
I wish that was a solution there.
yeah.
I think
Let's
that's
have a
it.
feed.
Yeah.
The sportsman's club.
They're terrible.
That pavilion down there, that cement looks black,
Yeah, oh, it does.
I get it.
Yeah, you can't get that off there either, I don't care how hard you spray.
But I'll get a hold of Darlene and Paul and see if we can come up with something from there for now.
All right.
Once I get the other bills,
The other bill.
so I know what it is.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Mark. Community club?
Nothing new to report.
I heard from Heather from the library today. She has lined up Jeff's glass to take care of the automatic door. And Mike Pop will be coming down in the morning to look at the concrete work that needs to be done. So things are coming, and he's in contact with the with Heather from the library and Jeff. So everyone's on the same plan for the library's grant, so that's moving along. Sewer department, how are we at on that lift station board?
They're building a panel right now, so once that's done, they'll start putting it in over there. Takes a while to put all that in there, so. Yep, just moving forward with that.
Is everything else going fine?
Yep,
Anything with the parks?
other than the geese, no.
No. Township board comment, anybody have anything?
No.
Oh, I know. I would like to build a sledding hill for the kids. I got the Belmore boys that will donate their machines. You know where we dug out over there when we did fireworks? Well, off the side towards IXL Drive. I mean, it's the highest spot in freaking town. There's really no place else, but we would build it up so it's nice for kids to sled down. The only thing we'd have to do is maybe pay for a little bit of fuel, but I think there's enough materials between there and over at Whiten's that we could build a sledding hill. I know it would get used.
Yep. It's a good spot for it, there's nothing else over there.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as liability, it's no different than if you're swimming in the pond, or boating in the pond, you know, there's really no difference.
Or if you're sledding down there, it's no different.
Yeah.
It's better to be over there than down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it won't be until closer to fall anyway, so.
All right. And some work.
Just something for the kids to do in the winter time, you know?
You have anything?
I do not.
Public comment?
I normally would not share this information, but I'm just gonna throw it out. Bernie is currently undergoing chemotherapy, so I just thought I'd let you know that before you proceed with anything.
Okay,
The
thank
other
you for
thing
that.
is, my understanding is that the sewer and the gas line does not go out to the highway yet, is that correct? Out past the point,
Oh, on the Pond Road?
where we're looking at putting the campsites out on the point, there's no sewer or gas out there.
No.
No, the sewer only goes as far as Golden Shores and the gas line goes.
Okay, the reason I'm asking, what would be the potential of throwing that in that grant that we're working with QPAD on?
We could,
I mean, you can always ask for more than what you anticipate getting, correct?
yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
I think that
Yeah.
might help, solidify our request.
Yeah.
The other thing was, Mark, I know you were working on the bleachers at the ball field.
yeah.
Has that issue been taken care of?
No, me and Dave are gonna take care of that this fall, cause they have no more games down there. So,
Okay,
we got the lumber from Kelly, so I have all the nuts and bolts, just,
okay, well, the reason I was asking about that is Poly Products, which is the regenerated, whatever, product. This lady was at the MTA conference, and I looked at her website, it's a 5-star reviews. I mean, they do an outstanding job, and that type of product is much lighter, it doesn't get hot, and it really doesn't deteriorate. So I didn't know if that was anything that you might have taken into consideration.
as long as it can take the span, you know. Remember we had talked about that Trex, but it's just so wide of a span that I don't know if it would hold, but it was sitting on it obviously, but I mean,
Well, it's very durable.
yeah,
I've got the information from the website, or the information if you'd like to look at it.
yeah,
Because I'm thinking that's something that's not gonna be required to be painted. You're certainly not gonna get a splinter in your butt from it,
yeah.
so,
No,
I
I'll
think-
take a look at that for sure.
Like, down by the car show, it's where remember we had the little facelift fly out of the ground when we threw the pipes?
Oh, the hydrants?
Yeah, the hydrants. There's some potholes down there. They're dips. You'd be walking along and all of a sudden it drops, and when you cut the grass, it goes right over. That's something that maybe should be filled in, because that's township properties, that fill in the holes there and make it more level. And that was from a hydrant way back that it blew right out, so.
Yeah, we replaced 40 feet, and next year come along, it blow up front that 40 feet.
Okay.
Finally gave up on
Just to keep somebody from breaking twisting an ankle or something.
Yeah.
Hand that to Mark. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's going on with the balloon project down there?
She ain't one.
Yeah, nothing right now. He put his fire sign up.
Yeah,
Yeah, career project?
Hey, at least the truck is out of there.
Yeah. Are they planning on filling that whole area then?
that was his plan. But
I think the price tag might have scared him.
Well, my God, depending on how much,
But
how big of an
he's
area.
already, well,
I'm not getting into that part of it.
I'm hoping the best for him. Cause he did invest in all of that greenhouse equipment, so. I'm hoping he figures out a way to pull it off. Cause it's a worthwhile thing that he wants to do, I think,
Yeah.
so.
My understanding is that he's waiting for the building to be completed, but he is working on things.
Yeah.
So I think we need.
I know the last time we talked to him, he was still very optimistic about it. So. Joe?
Just a question about the 42,000 to the treasurer. On the top of the page.
treasurer department.
And I'm the county treasurer, 42,000.
On what page?
On the bills,
On that bill, on the bill?
at the top of the bills.
Oh, that was paying for, their share of the taxes. It comes in, you send it out.
Yeah, they don't all stay here, unfortunately.
Split out.
Yeah, cause the summer taxes all goes to the county.
Yeah.
We don't keep any of it.
Yeah, we get a little fee.
Well, the administration fee.
Right, so that's about it.
Yeah.
So then you still had to pay 42 from the winter?
No, that's
No.
summer, that was just done.
Okay.
Carol, nothing? Anybody else?
If anybody would like to look at what the school is proposing on doing, I do have a copy of the print proposals.
Okay. If there's no other business before the board, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make
a motion.
Motion by Maxine, second by Brett, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. If anybody would like a copy of the recreation plan to look at, there's some up here. Feel free.
Oh.